step in life. God, I pray that you will open our hearts tonight to you. And as we face the intensity of our next challenge in life, God, we know that through you and your love, we are more than conquerors. We are here because of your amazing grace, and as we prepare for our future, we know you have a plan for us all, and that in everything we do it to glorify Christ's name. God, you are amazing, and we give you thanks for all that you have blessed us with throughout these years, and we ask you to continue to work within us, even tonight. Thank you for being such a gracious and glorious God. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
At this time, please silence your cell phones and remove your hats. Please join me in the flag salute. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Larry Schimmer, Rank 1 valedictorian for the class of 2018. Mr. Sternberger, Mr. Overstreet, school board, staff, family, and friends. On behalf of my graduating class, I would like to thank you all for joining us as we celebrate the payoff of all of our hard work. It is hard to believe that this day is finally here. We have had an enriching and successful time at KHS. One might even say that it was prosperous. Speaking of prosperity, my fellow valedictorians have chosen the words prosperity to represent our senior class. A phrase commonly used is a long period of prosperity. Personally, my family has been prospering at Kingfisher High for quite some time. My great-great-grandma was part of the graduating class of 2018. I'll let you decide if 100 years of my family is a good thing or a bad thing. To my fellow seniors, as our classmates get on stage to read their speeches, reflect on all the times we have thrived, succeeded, improved, and grown thanks to KHS and this community we call home. Remember all the good times we've had, the best friends we've made, and its experiences we'll cherish forever. As we move on and continue to prosper, don't forget where you came from. Carry with you the tradition of prosperity that we have all instilled in us. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Ireland for constantly pushing me to be the best I can be at all times. And classmates, thank you for letting me be one of the elite that gets to represent the class of 2018. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone for being here to support us and our futures. Thank you, guys.
From your lips she drew the hallelujah.
He attended Oklahoma State University for a few years as a walk-on football player. He then transferred and was graduated from the University of Central Oklahoma in 1983 with a Bachelor of Science degree. Mr. Van Cleave began his teaching career. He taught there for a year before beginning his tenure at Kingfisher High School. For 10 years at KHS, Rick taught drafting, woodshop, and technology education. He was also an assistant coach for the Yellow Jackets. But in 1995, he took over for the football team as head coach. He became the first head football coach to lead the Yellow Jackets to the semifinals. And eventually, his team won the first ever football state championship in 2003. In addition to the state title, he was selected as District Coach of the Year, K101 Coach of the Year, the Enid Northwest Coach of the Year, and the Daily Oklahoman Little All-City Coach of the Year honors. The Kingfisher High School football program had only one winning season in 9 years prior to Mr. Van Cleave leading the program. In his career, he has coached 5 All-State athletes, 7 college scholarship athletes, and he had the privilege of coaching All-American Curtis Lofton, who went on to play at OU and in the NFL. Rick's coaching style was calm and subtle, and never included a vulgar word. He was a solid role model for coaches and players that went through his system. Before games, Coach Van Cleave would have a group devotional, which was his way of getting his players motivated. His influence as a teacher and coach has made many impressions on many students at Kingfisher High School. Rick left Kingfisher in 2008 and went to Chickasaw High School to coach football. He retired there in 2011 and is currently teaching at Edmond Memorial High School. He and his wife Kathy have 2 children, Erica and Brock. All of them are Kingfisher High School graduates. All of them are educators. In his spare time, Rick enjoys playing sports with his granddaughter Heidi or golfing and woodworking. Mr. Van Cleave demonstrates the qualities we wish for all of our teachers at Kingfisher High School to have. It is because of his patience, work ethic, and desire to excel which he instilled into the youth that we are proud to induct Mr. Rick Van Cleave into the Kingfisher High School Hall of Fame.
They told me I only had 15 seconds to do this in, so I'll try to make this as quick as possible. First of all, I just want to say thank you for this great honor. And I suppose that I'm receiving this award for the success we had as a football coach here. You know, if that's the case, I probably really don't deserve this award because there were so many other people involved, like coaches like Larry Hart, Mark Redwine, Doug Yeck, Stan Blundell, who's still currently here today. You know, but I am very grateful. I thank you very much. I just want to again say thanks and congratulations to each and every member of the class of 2018. Thank you.
Graduated from Kingfisher High School in 1987. She continued her education at her beloved Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma, where she received her Bachelor of Science degree in 1992 and received her Master's of Science degree in 2014. In high school, Lori was extremely active in band and in student council. In 1987, her senior year, she and other members of the Kingfisher High School Student Council helped institute and write the bylaws for the Kingfisher Hall of Fame, in which we honor her with today. Throughout her life, Lori chose to dedicate her time to children and youth of all ages. She began her teaching career as a math and drama teacher at Central Middle School in Edmond, Oklahoma. She also served as the assistant high school swim coach at Edmond High School. After returning to Kingfisher, her teacher journey led her to St. Peter and Paul Catholic School in Kingfisher, then Holy Trinity Catholic School in Okarche, And finally, in 2014, she began her career at Kingfisher High School, where she served as a library media specialist and a student council sponsor. There was nothing Lori liked better than homecoming week with dress-up days. She took pride in leading the student council just as she took pride in it while she was in high school. Lori's passion for swimming began when she was young. Swimming, lifeguarding, and the challenge of swim competitions were an integral part of her life. Over the years, she taught countless students how to swim, and she established the Kingfisher swim team. Lori's talents, attributes, and activities were many. Over the years, she had pursued her love for music, acting, and drama by participating in school and community plays. She enjoyed music and loved to attend Broadway musicals and other productions. Her biggest loves were her 5 children: Mary, Anna, John Michael, Catherine, and Elizabeth. Lori will long be remembered for the many contributions she made to the teaching profession and her community. But even more remarkable is the example she has set for loving life. When faced with a tough situation, she chose to be positive and to journey forward, thus exemplifying what it means to truly live each day to its fullest. Miss Johnson's zest for life and everything it has to offer should serve as an inspiration to all KHS students and graduates. Her positive attitude was hugely impacted all of us, as we are proud and posthumously induct her into the Kingfisher High School Hall of Fame.
She should be here to get this. And if she were, she would say thank you. We all thought my mom was like the most amazing person. I did. I know my siblings did, parents did, our siblings did. So thank you all for agreeing with us on that.
Graduated from Kingfisher High School in 1988. Directly after graduating high school, Delbert joined the Navy and attended Recruit Training Command at San Diego, California. Upon graduating from the training, he reported to construction electrician training. In 1995, Master Chief Turtle was assigned to the White House Communication Agency, where he implemented a no-break electrical infrastructure to provide uninterrupted communications to the President, his staff, Secret Service, and WHCA anywhere in the world. He received his Bachelor of Science degree in Management from National Louis University in 2002. In 2009, he graduated from the U.S. Navy Senior Enlisted Academy. He then received his Master's in Administrative Leadership from the University of Oklahoma in 2010. Master Chief Terrell has traveled extensively throughout the world for 4.5 years. He led a convoy team during the invasion in Iraq in 2003, with a follow-on repeat tour in 2004 to 2005 to Fallujah, Kalsu. Most recently, he was responsible for a $3.9 million budget, as well as the education of 1,300 students online and in residence annually. Currently, he is the director of the U.S. Naval War College Senior Enlisted Academy, where he is responsible for the development, management, and execution of the U.S. Navy's professional military education for all seniors enlisted leaders. He is also responsible for the long-range vision and strategic planning to improve the academics and student experience. His personal awards include the Defense Meritorious Medal, the Meritorious Service Medal 2 times, the Navy Commendation Medal 5 times, and the Navy Achievement Medal 3 times. Master Chief Terrell and his wife Kelly have 2 daughters, Hayden and Jordan. His love for his hometown of Kingfisher, Oklahoma, and his love for Kingfisher High School is evident in every aspect of his life. During his career, he has been challenged with a multitude of tasks that often came with limited guidance, but through self-motivation and willingness to learn, he was always willing to go above and beyond to accomplish the mission. He demonstrates poise and patience when working with sailors. His character, his integrity, his standards, and his leadership are shining examples of what a former Kingfisher High School student should possess, which is why we are proud to induct Master Chief Delbert Terrell into the Kingfisher High School Hall of Fame.
How's everyone doing? You guys ready? Class of 2018. So I don't know where Paul is at. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm going to try to go and keep it short, maybe 4 minutes. But into the class of 18, I know when I graduated just a couple of years ago, I really never remember the yes speaker. All I cared was about, hey, hurry up, let me get done, and get to better things. So Coach Van Cleve was my football coach when I was a freshman. We went undefeated, perfect season. That was pretty impressive. We got to show a little black and white film of Coach doing his thing. It's pretty impressive. Lori, a true friend, amazing. We had a couple of classes together. There is no doubt that she has left a legacy in me, and I'm sure many people in this room. You see, probably our best class was in band. She played the bassoon, I played the trombone. We sat next to each other. It was pretty impressive. So if you'll allow me, I'd like to dedicate these words to her, on her behalf. I hope and pray that they will motivate you, they will inspire you, and maybe we'll get a little smile or laughter along the way. Our 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, stated, "Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It is the words that speak boldly of your intentions and the actions that speak louder than words." It is making time when there is none, and Lori did that, coming through time after time, year after year. Commitment is the stuff that character is made of, the power to change the face of things. It is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. Today I want to say thank you to my teachers, my coaches, this community for staying committed to me. And, I was talking to my nephew, and he said, hey, you cannot mention all the teachers' names because you're going to forget someone or all the coaches. So I'm going to start with the foundation, and I'm going to talk about Mrs. Stoltz. I hope she's not here because I might get embarrassed. I had to be 5.5 years old. Mrs. Stoltz was in her 20s. I really didn't care if she was married. This is me at 5.5 years old, Mrs. Stoltz. This is it. Now my mom knows why I got up early to get to school and get to kindergarten. But I'm telling you, Mrs. Stoltz taught me all about goosebumps, because every day I got goosebumps going to that class. And she taught me focus, because I'm telling you, I really didn't care about Mitch Massey. I didn't care about Stan Blondell, Travis Gray, Billy Yarbrough, Terry Bradshaw, Jamie Crawford. I didn't care about them. All I cared about was Mrs. Stoltz. So she taught me at a very young age that learning was fun, and she began the foundation for my academic mind. And she introduced me to Goosebumps, too. So thank you, Mrs. Stoltz. Fast forward to Dr. Johnson, U.S. government. I didn't say this out loud, but when I was taking U.S. government, I don't know if the class of 2018 agrees, but at the time, I'm like, do I really care about Congress, the House of Representatives, the Senate? A filibuster? What do I need to know about that? But Dr. Johnson treated us as adults. He was able to see in the future. Little did I know, 7 years later, I'd be selected to work with the White House under the last year of President Clinton's first term and his entire second term. So not only do I thank Dr. Johnson, but I thank my teachers for that. My coaches, Coach Moreau, Coach Fisher, Coach Yates, Coach Van Cleve, Coach Edie, Coach Rawlings, Coach Bird, and Coach Cobb. Amazing coaches that truly taught me discipline and let me know that I can achieve the impossible. And I tell you what, that came into play in 2003, March 12th. We're at the Kuwait-Iraqi border, getting ready to move in and crush some souls. That helped me lead my team, so I truly thank my coaches for that. I'm almost done. I want to finish on my mom. She taught me perseverance. You see, in 1963, my mom joined the Navy. She was honorably discharged because she had a heart murmur or a hole in her heart. And she came back to Kingfisher and took care of me, my brother, my sister, my nephews, without blinking an eye. And I will tell you one story about my mom. I think the high school basketball team was at regionals in Weatherford. I was a freshman, hanging out with Corey Bird, Jeff McDowell, some of those guys, and we were going to go to the game. So I said, Mom, I'd like to go to the game. I figured I would name drop those guys, and she would let me go. And she said, boy, I don't care if President Truman is going to the game, you're not going. And I'm like, are you serious? Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Internally, I said, are you serious? And then she followed up with, how do you like those apples? No one is successful by themselves. I am honored and humbled to receive this recognition, and this is by far the greatest recognition I've received. I started out with commitment. I want to tell you that I would not be here today if it wasn't for those teachers and those coaches taking care of me in this amazing community. To the class of 2018, congratulations. I am done, like 5 seconds left. 2 things. Never lower your standards or your values for anyone. Never. Number 2, strive to be better than yourself every day, professionally and personally. If you do that, there is no limit. Thank you all. I'm honored.
What do you want to be when you grow up? This was the question asked of all the students at my pre-K graduation. I waited patiently for my time to shine, listening to other kids respond with inanimate objects and various forms of wildlife, until finally, when my time had come, I boldly walked out before the audience as my teacher announced my strong desire to be, you guessed it, a secretary. Of course, as I grew up, my dreams of clerical work were left behind me, but my deep belief that even the most modest of situations can be magnificent has remained unchanged. And it's for this reason that I've chosen the word perspective to represent the first P in prosperity. It's all too easy for us to remember the difficulties we faced as we made our way to this moment. Homework piled high and stress to the max. But with a slight shift in perspective, we remember our time in a different light. Chase doing the word at literally every school dance. Sydney's ability to sing Fergalicious by heart, and Alleen's infectious laugh are just a few of the instances that come into view. As we go out into the world, there will undoubtedly be changes and challenges thrown our way, and our outlook towards these times will make all the difference. So, learn to see the good, even when times seem bad. Find joy in the mundane and soak in every minute that life gives you. Because with a change in perspective, today's ordinary moments become tomorrow's cherished memories.
The first R in prosperity stands for Ray.
Array is a mathematical term in which something starts at any given point, usually at the origin, and goes off in any certain direction, all the way to infinity. Each one of us seniors is about to start our array. Today's commencement is our origin. Today, this is the only start of some of the greatest things that we can accomplish, and, like Array, we will strive to continue to be successful. For the rest of our time, we will continue on the path that we have started here in this high school. The teachers have equipped us with knowledge, and Coach Nolan and Coach Myers have equipped some of us with power. We have been given all the tools necessary to begin our array and strive forward all the way to infinity. We just have to use them correctly. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Mom.
In the word prosperity, I have the letter O. The O can stand for opportunity, optimism, organized, original, and so many more. However, I have chosen the word okay because I see the opportunities we have been given, and I know we're going to be okay in the next step of life. I have grown up learning about the originality of my classmates, and I know the optimism the rest of the world has for a generation. I am beyond scared for this next year of all things new, but I know it's going to be okay. Someone once said, everything is going to be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And perhaps instead of relying on our plans, we should dedicate our one more breath and our one more day, and we simply remember the scripture of, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Fellow classmates in 2018, we're going to make it. We're going to be okay. Thank you.
Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, shall, will, be. These are the 10 most useful helping verbs, according to my 5th grade English teacher, Mrs. Barrick. I remember lining up to repeat these memorized words for her, my palms breathed heavy with sweat and anxiety, and admittedly a magnitude of silly bands cutting off my circulation. I could not have predicted that these words and this experience would stick with me for the next 7 years. My letter in the word prosperity is S, and my word is sticky because it's funny what sticks with you. The rubber from the playground that somehow snuck its way into every sock I owned, Malachi accidentally obliterating his history desk, the frenzy during a game of Chinese freeze tag, which still has me puzzled over how it's Chinese. While these moments were important, no amount of goof-off, soap scrubbing, or Mr. Clean could hope to remove the exclusive developmental lessons that I learned here. My parents raised me to be inventive, creative, and original, but KHS made me independent. These walls create individuals whom are adamant to depend on anyone but themselves. Some may claim we are limited on our opportunity by our size, but to those I encourage re-examination of our students. We don't have a myriad of AP classes or an abundance of auditorium seats, but we have students that push themselves to be their own, something that we will forever value. We thrive in solidarity, and an upbringing here is so unique because we get to craft who we want to be and master how to compromise with the adversity of what has limited us. Kingfisher students are trailblazers, and we will emerge from these doors today with the adaptability and individuality needed to glue our world back together. We, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, shall, will, be, whatever we want to be, because that's what we were raised for. Thank you.
My letter is P, and I have chosen the word possibilities because of this. A quote by Thomas Merton states this: "You do not need to know precisely what is happening or exactly where it is all going. What you need is to recognize the possibilities and challenges offered by the present moment and to embrace them with courage, faith, and hope." As I sat here and read this speech, my mind was flooded with memories that I had made here at Kingfisher High. Graduation day has always felt like a distant reality, but today is the day that we have all been waiting for. Today is the day that our possibilities open wide and that we welcome the change before us. Whether you are going to college, starting a new job, or moving away from home, the fact of change is inevitable, but it is also exciting. We will leave here tonight and go into the world with a blank canvas. What we choose to make of that canvas is completely up to us. Be sure to always see the world with all the opportunity that it presents you, and to have an open mind in all that you do. We have been blessed so greatly with the possibility of all that we can accomplish. Never forget to recognize the good in every situation and treat every obstacle as another stepping stone on your path to success. As the days turn to years and the moments turn to memories, always remember to let the marks you leave on this world be filled with courage and kindness with endless possibilities.
I chose the word empowering to represent the letter E in prosperity. The definition of this word is to give someone the authority or power to do something or make someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life and claiming their dreams. Although our time at Kingfisher High School is ending, we have been empowered to move on to the next chapter of our lives. I believe what we as individuals really want is an opportunity to succeed and make something out of ourselves. We have been given that opportunity through a variety of different paths, whether it be on-the-job training, going to a technical school, a community college, or a university. We have all been given empowering opportunities in this country to help us achieve our hopes and dreams. We have all been empowered with special gifts and talents. For example, some of us were born to serve our country, be teachers, doctors, or politicians. There are so many different opportunities and dreams we can achieve. Now that it is time to move on to the next chapter in our lives, I believe we will all go on to do what we are good at and, more importantly, what we love. Graduation is just an ending of one chapter and the beginning of a new empowering one. It is God who arms us with strength and keeps our way secure. Psalm 18, verse 32.
Although we stated this line every day in elementary school, some of us tend to forget this concept. My letter is the second R in prosperity, and my word is reach. Reach for your dreams. This is a sentence that every teacher impacted my life with, as well as many of yours. These teachers gave us encouraging words and pats on the back as stepping stones in the right direction. In the future, we will all reach back to these memories and maybe give ourselves a pat on the back again. We have reached a point in our lives that striving to get things off the top shelf is a little easier, except for the shorties. We are able to say that we have reached our goals and are setting more with full intentions of accomplishing them. This is not the end, and many will continue to tell us, but after tonight we may finally reach our grants. This chapter is over, but we must continue reaching on. Reach out to help others, reach to the sky to fulfill our dreams, reach. We have never stopped reaching, and because of that, we can now say, I was a Kingfisher High School student whose goals were set and achieved.
The second I in prosperity is for invincible. We grow up thinking that we are invincible because we are told from an early age that we can be anything we want to be. Then, as we grow older, we realize that we weren't as invincible as we thought. However, we still managed to make it this far. From the day that our parents dropped us off for our first day of school to today, we have had the assurance that someone was going to have our backs when we needed it. Today, we look back and remember the times that maybe we were too embarrassed at how protective our parents were, and we realized how much they helped us feel like we could do anything and they would always be there for us, even if at first they didn't approve. Our teachers helped us feel like we were invincible by teaching us anything from how to draw with our crayons to preparing us for college. No solamente los maestros nos ayudaron a llegar a donde estamos hoy, los papás y familiares nos ayudaron también, apoyándonos en cualquier actividad dentro y fuera de la escuela. De hoy en adelante, somos los únicos responsables de nuestro futuro y vamos a ver qué tan invencibles somos. After today, we will essentially be on our own. We will not have our parents or friends as accessible to us as we have for the past 13 years. We will have to learn to be even more accountable to ourselves because we will no longer have the assurance of always having someone to guide us in the right direction. Starting today, we will have to prove to ourselves how invincible we really are.
front of any of you today, and I definitely wouldn't have this tie on correctly. For the letter T, I've chosen the word timing. Timing is a very important aspect of our lives. Timing can be really good or really bad. If you can learn to use timing to your advantage, your life will become a whole lot easier. One example is right here in this school. Underclassmen, you don't need to study every night. All you have to do is look over the study guide the night before your test. Your teachers will tell you the test is different. This isn't true. Another example is when pulling pranks. Bad timing is going to your local supermarket to buy poultry products minutes before carrying out your prank. Good timing is when my dad got the call that we were moving back to Kingfisher. I could not have asked for a better place to spend my 4 years of high school. I will never forget the memories and friends I made during my time here. As for my fellow classmates, I wish you all the best of luck as we continue our lives as young adults. Also, if any of you underclassmen haven't taken a class at Dr. Johnson, enroll in one as soon as you can. It will be the best decision you ever made. Thank you.
The final letter in prosperity stands for U. De sub numen viget is a motto at Princeton University. The translation, under God's power she flourishes. As you leave high school, who you are and who you will become is now left completely up to you. We are constantly faced with the questions of where we are going after high school and what career path we are choosing. Many times we begin finding our identity in the answers to these questions. Throughout high school, we have found our places in organizations, sports, and friends. Suddenly, the final game has ended. The last club meeting is over, and you and your friends are going your separate ways. As we embark on our new journeys, we have the power to make our own decisions, but it is under God's power that we will find prosperity. True prosperity is not a large acclamation of wealth or worldly possessions, but having a content heart, knowing you are thriving as the person God created you to be. Our worldly identities may change as we transition from a cheerleader to a teacher, or a student council member to a doctor, but our identities in Christ are what make us who we are. We are called to be servants in Christ. No matter what the answers to the many questions we have been asked may be, we will have the opportunity to touch the lives of anyone we may cross paths with, so that under God's power, they too may flourish. So, the real question is, who are you going to become? My wish for you is that you go forth and prosper, living the life for which you were created.
But one day the time may come, and I'll take you to and carry on. I'll hate goodbye. I won't forget the
Would the class of 2018 please stand? Mr. Sternberger and the school board, the students in the class standing before you have completed the requirements set forth by the Oklahoma State Board of Education for graduation from the Oklahoma High School, and they have also completed the requirements set forth by you, the local Board of Education, for graduation from Kingfisher High School. Therefore, it is my privilege to recommend them to you as graduates of Kingfisher High School.
Corey Lee Baker. Brianna Lisa Danielle Briggery. Osvaldo Clemente. Michael Aaron Joseph Clemente. Ross Aaron Carrington. Ethan Blake Carrington. Madison Marie Castoni. Katie Brooke Kaufman. Alexis Catalina Cruz. Cole Delvin Doherty. Eileen Delatore. Thomas James Eaton Eckert. Aubrey Nicole Evans. Madison Katie Farrell. Chase Morgan Foley. Madeline Ann Gherkin. Drew Dylan Gray. Addie May Hay. Jason Rule Hale. Lottie Joe Hamilton. Emily Dawn Harder. Erin Michelle Hart. Tristan Michael House. Janelle Renee Hawk. Taylor John Haynes. Luke Marshall Hendershot. Bailey Michaela Gill. Joseph Christopher Hines. Brittany Ray House. Jared Martin Hughes. Maria Fernanda Jimenez. Sydney Grace Jones. Katie Mikel Kircher. Cricket Amy Kaya. Colton James Keeper. Holly Suzanne Krause. Joseph Everett Little. Jacob Brandon Lowen. Riley Jean Lucas. Jenna Kate Macy. Cassandra Jean Mason. Abigail Ryan Massey. Samuel Eric Masters. Hayden Michael Matthews. Tyler Cole Matthews. Gavin Dane Maxwell. Wade Leslie McDonald. Malachi Luke McLean. Emily Lauren Meyer. Madison Lee Ostrom. Brant Tyler Lee Workus. Ivan Ernesto Munoz. Austin Glenn Neal. Mason Wayne Neely. Jill Marie Newer. Veronica Oliveras. Josie Sue Oxendine. Isara Raquel Padilla. Mariah Annalie Padilla. Lena Lee Patton. Alexis Ramiro Perez. Andrea Yasmin Perez. Diego Perez. Connor Christian Pine. Christian Rios. Sophia Isabel Rodriguez. Laren Elizabeth K. Shimmer. Emily Grace Smith. Austin Travis Snowden. Savannah Grace Stebbins. Sophie Erin Stitt. Kay Lucas Strickland. Michael Richard Sutton. Dreamy Alexandra Taylor. Addison Marie Teemer. Sarah Rebecca Thornberry. Travis William Townsend. Ryan Marie Turner. Zane Corbin Parnell. Calvin Elias Vincent. Michael Alexander Wilson. Cody Lee Williams. Tiana Lynn Witherspoon. Kylie Rochelle Young.
Kingfisher schools have a long-standing history of tradition and excellence, as many of you are aware. This is the 125th graduating class in that long-standing history. So, I mean, what an accomplishment. As we look through, when I come here, these guys are going into 6th grade and through the middle, the awkward years of middle school and what the fine young men and women that they've become and their accomplishments. I mean, just a big round of applause to them and to you as parents, and congratulations. With that, you may move your tassels. By the power vested in me from the Kingfisher Board of Education and the State Department of Education, I declare you 2018 graduates of Kingfisher High School.
Please respect the graduates and let them leave the floor before you start filing out the students. Thank you for honoring this request. Please bow your head and join me in our closing prayer. Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to gather here today. Thank you for all the blessings you provided that we take for granted every day. Please continue to lead and guide these students and myself as we graduate high school. As we live our life, help us to continue